Ladies and gentlemen, we say good morning and welcome to the continuation of the TRC thematic and institutional hearings on this 10th day of February 2009. To officially begin our program this morning, I ask that we all kindly stand to observe a few moments of silent prayer. And during that moment, please remember those who lost their lives during the violent conflict period. Kindly remain standing as we administer the oath.
Yeah. I, Joseph D. Marzah, do solemnly swear
That my testimony
that
that I have come today
to the TRC of Liberia is the truth
and nothing but the whole truth.
and nothing but the truth.
Nothing but the whole truth.
Nothing but the whole truth.
Nothing but the truth.
Nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Thank you very much. Please be seated.
Good morning, Mr. Witness. Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How yourself?
I'm trying, you?
Okay. We want to tell you welcome and thank you for coming to the TRC.
Thank you.
We are sorry that we kept you waiting for a little more than 1 hour because we had an emergency situation on hand to address. But we are glad to be here and we want to thank you for your patience and for being here also. I think you know about the TRC. In our country, we had war for a long period and a lot of things happened during the war. And all the people who were involved in the war, our leaders, our civil society people, the international community, all of them got together and say, well, in Liberia, when there's a problem, everybody can go sit under the palava hut and talk about it. And so we should establish this TRC so all of us can come to tell the truth about what happened. Let everybody know what happened, then we'll put it behind us. Because if we don't know what happened, we'll not know how to move forward. So that tomorrow, if we have another problem, as Liberians, we can know how to solve it. That is why, for us, we say to do that, it will be important that those of us who were around, who were active, thought things, who were involved, who did things, all of us to sit down and come and talk. In 1979, when we had a problem in Liberia, by 2003, some of the people who were involved did not die. So we can hear from them what really happened, what made them to do the things or to say the things that they said. But for us now, after the war, we're happy that those of us who are living, that us can tell the story about what happened in the past. And the TRC is interested in hearing from everybody so that we can put one word together about the Liberian crisis so that all Liberians can understand it. So we tell you, thank you very much for coming, and we say welcome again.
Thank you.
Okay. I will use this time now to introduce the commissioners who are here present. Maybe when we're going on, the other commissioners will come. On your left, at the end, is Commissioner Sheikh Kafuma Kone. Next to him,
Come and repeat.
Commissioner Sheikh Kafuma Kone. He is sitting
Yeah.
on the right to the end. Then next to him, the lady sitting by him is Umu Sila. Then the lady sitting right next to me here on my right is Commissioner Per Brambu. And then my name is Jerome Voidia. Okay? We know you have a lot to tell us. But before we go through to give you a chance to speak on your role, your experience, how you joined in front and all of that, I just left for you to confirm one or two things about yourself that I have on the paper. Okay?
Yeah.
Did you say your name is Joseph D?
Marzah. D.
The middle name is D, right?
Yeah.
Marzah.
Marzah. Capital M-A-R-Z-A-H.
M-A-R-Z-A-H.
Yeah.
Are you the same person that can call ZigZag Marzah?
Yes.
Why they call you ZigZag?
It's my AKA name. My war name.
Oh, it's your war name?
Yeah.
ZigZag.
ZigZag.
Okay, thank you. You know your birth date? You can tell us?
Yeah.
Please tell us.
I was born in 1958, June 7.
Okay. They say you were a member of the National Patriotic Front of Liberia?
Yes.
You can tell us which year you joined the NPFL?
I joined the NPFL, I can say from the beginning, on the 3rd.
On the 3rd?
Wait. I joined on the 3rd.
In 1990?
90. Yeah.
The 3rd of January, December?
Yeah.
Of January?
January.
Okay. You held any position in the NPFL? You were commander, you were minister, any position?
Yes. I've been a commander during NPFL regime.
You were commander?
Yeah.
They gave you rank?
Yes, I was having rank.
What was the rank, please?
I was serving as SS personnel at the Marshal. After that,
okay. What's about the government militia? They say you were a commander with the government militia. That is after Charles Taylor became president.
repeat.
You were commander with the militia after Charles Taylor became president. That is after 1997.
I was commander during the militia administration when Charles Taylor was president. Then from militia, there was SSS.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were special bodyguard to the SSS director, former director General Yeting.
First, I was with Charles. Later, they sent me to Ben.
Okay. So you left from Charles.
Or SSS when I was assigned with Charles. But
okay.
during the war, based upon my capability, they sent me to Ben, and which I was serving as one of the general.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Those are
Thank you.
the initial questions I wanted to ask so that our records can be straight. Okay, this is your opportunity now to tell us everything inside you that you want to tell the TRC, you want to tell the people of Liberia. If there's anything more about yourself that you want to say, you can also say it. Thank you.
Okay. First of all, I would thank the Almighty God for we that here present to see each other, to express our grievances to one another. I who's sitting down, I joined the NPFL because of the slaughter was made by Doe government, and I personally, I was one of the victims. My sister was executed in Lutheran Church. From there, some of my brothers were executed during Dole regime. So when I heard that there was people coming to liberate us, I was encouraged to join them, because at that time people that are Harrison, Pennon, Chajuru, they used to go Nima County, cut people children hair out of them. So we were on the run in the whole county. So we were wishing for somebody who would come and liberate us. And when I heard about Charles Taylor through Prince Johnson, so I decided to join them and come and battle against Dole. Yeah. So we were encouraged by them. Later we established the war. Yeah. So during the fighting in 1990, yes, I was one of those that faced battle in Campley 2 different times. And from there, after the Special Forces came along with Charles Taylor, they bring about segregation. They took pain away from us. First of all, we came from Campley to pass through Bailey. Some of the Special Forces went to work and put lasso into our food to eat, because the Special Forces, they select their battle group in Liberia, which were called the late William Obe. But time for crossing William Obe was the coward man. Prince Johnson was able to penetrate, to enter through Butu. That from there, when we heard a voice, we start going to him for our rescue, because at that time, Dole government were all part of Nima County, killing our people, you know, without no reason. So we were encouraged to join the people to free ourselves from Dole government. And we were able to capture Campley. We established in Campley. After that, we start battle scene with Guinean soldiers, including Liberian soldiers. They even went as far and used 40 barrels in our county. But yet didn't stay. It was manageable to put a 40 barrel under control to Plain Junction, coming to Bela Bridge. Put the 40 barrel under control, and it was captured by all. We continue to fight to revenge what the government did to us. So, while fighting, segregation began. Some of us were arrested by some Special Forces from Charles Taylor and carried us to Berkeley. We were there. I was in Berkeley until Charles Taylor arrival. Yeah. After 3 days, we were walking around. We were in the continuum. They said, we have some Prince Johnson soldier here. The garden that making Prince Johnson strong, we got them here. Moreover, we got ZigZag, including the late Wokoga. At that time, Cooper we had them was the MP commander. The keeper in some kind of car looked at 10, you know, they start cooking over it. But when Charles Taylor was walking around, he heard some of our brothers shaking in that car. He began to ask questions. The MP commander at the time, Cooper Woya, Special Forces, he said, but who are in the tent that were then cooking over them? He said that some Prince Johnson soldier. Do you get me? So he said, no, you bring them out. I think roughly we were about 13 in that continuum. And some remained there, he killed them. We, the gospel, our life, after they opened the continuum, they took off from there and carried off to the creek. We were there until when I come to myself. The following day, Chastity invited us to his compound. At the time, we used to call the place Marshall in Bobley. So when he asked about my name, I said, oh man, I'm Joseph Marzah. He said, but that you Prince Johnson, you were fighting with Prince Johnson? I told him yes. He said, but how you get here? I said, oh, to my surprise, we were coming from Bailey. Some special forces went behind Bailey to a bar bridge and set ambush for us there. So after ambushing the car, we were few that survived along with the commander who was trained. So when we went back to Teapley, he told us to pack our load to leave from Teapley. We left from Teapley. We were heading to Lupoli. I decided to leave the group and go to my home to be more prepared and follow. While I got to my home, some of the special forces then were in town. Some people say, oh, a lot of Marzah has come around the town. So if you're not producing, we will burn this town. So my mother went to me and said, oh, because of you, I know nothing can happen to you, but the fact that I don't want for the innocent to die because of you. So it would be better the chastity people you're talking about, the chastity man you're talking about, for you to go there, because now Prince Johnson not here again. I said, okay. So when I came on show, when I got among the amazed to be friend, they don't know me in person because they were expecting some big guys. So when I get among the amazed, I call my other friends. I say, but my brother, when we get ZigZag, when we carry him, what will happen? He said, no, ZigZag is one of the guys we want for him to be with us, to be able to capture Prince Johnson for us. So we will not do nothing to him. Then I called their attention. I carried them in my brother's house. I said, I am the one. I the ZigZag. So the gentleman said, no, you're not the ZigZag. You are too small in the body. But saying you the ZigZag, get in car, we go bubbly. I said, okay. They call all the time people to identify me whether I was the one. Everybody come and say, yes, that's ZigZag sitting there. So they were happy. We get in car, going to Bobley. When we get to Yola, after we pass to Yola, we get in some kind of cocoa farm. They stop the car. They stop the car, they undress me, I remain in brief. They say, you who were with Prince Johnson, by the directive of Chastity is to execute all of you. I think we were 5 in a car. They killed 3. The other guy, they tried him to, he couldn't make it. For his own, the bullet were able to penetrate him. They tried me by all costs. God spared my life. There was nothing. They left all in the bush there. All they were thinking that I died. They left all in the bush there, in that cocoa farm. So after the car left and went in town to Bobley town, When I look around, all the friends then that were around me, some of them had died. One of my friends, the bullet wounded him, but he was under critical condition. So I asked him, I said, my man, what can we do now? He said, oh Tabra, I don't get a chance to make it. But what happened? I want for you to be by me so you can help me to protect me, to try the bullet that in my stomach, let me take it off. I said, my man, I don't able to put him in stomach to say that our ordinary flesh, I will help you to move that bullet and help you and kill that soul. But the way you are intestine or ulcer, I can't able. He said, but then ZigZag, it would be better you go and leave from here because these people will come back. I said, no, my man. Saying you stay talking, let we be sharing with one another. When I'm ready, I will go. And when they come, they will not do nothing to me, we will go. Less than 3 minutes, we heard the car sound coming to come check over the body. Yeah. So I wake up, I was standing up. In brief, I asked them, the people that went there at the time, one was Gambia Jerry, number 2, Joe Toa, and some other. When they got there, they were scared. They ran back to the car. They said, oh, that Prince Johnson man, that guy feeling wake up. So that spirit there, nobody should go there. They went back in the town. When they went in the town, they left in a Dogodie, asked them, he said, but what the gentleman you went for them today? You're just moving on the road, coming, moving, coming. Then Tapokwe said we were coming, those people, they were hard-headed, so we execute them. One John in the bush that he's the one we're looking for to bring him. He said, but then y'all go look for him. I want to see his life. I want to see him alive. They went there. They left the other group there. They sent the late Domingo, the late Augustine where they went there because Augustine were knew me at the time we were to Tapley. He said, oh, Ziki, I am the one. Nothing will not happen. And we all were praying. I say, yeah. I said, but family, I don't do nothing. The people, they are beat me with bullet here, very serious. So all my skin is just hurting, and some of my brothers then feeling that. You see, with all that ZigZag, forget about everything. You cannot go in town. When I got on the road, Augustine took off his jacket and gave it to me. I wore the jacket. They took me to Bobley. Soon I reached. The first person I met, I was in a Dogodie. He said, oh, Zig, you are welcome on base. But I will left for you to be with the MP commander then until our leader can arrive. So I asked him because at that time, I know Charles Taylor before from here, from GSA here. But at that time, I don't see him yet. The time they were talking about. I say, I wonder that they see Charles Taylor from GSA or different one. Then Inodoli told me, he said, oh, see, that the same man, he will take care, but go and be with the MP commander. I went to the MP commander, I was there, while there, around 8 o'clock in the night, I saw a group of special forces. They came with rope, rock, BB stone. They say we should tie the guy here. Cooper where I say, oh, you know, they said they will not do nothing today, but let it wait. Most of the special forces were vexed. They said that guy, when he stay here, he will create problem. So it better we kill him. They asked me to put my hand behind me. I told them politely, I said, gentlemen, I beg you, they can't pull rope on me. That was the time people that Joe Twice and some other, they said, you don't try whether rope can get on our guy. So they came. They tied the rope. They put me into empty cell. After a few minutes, the rope was dry. It started breaking by itself. I was free in the cell. I touched the door. It was open. I came to the MP commander and asked him. I said, but you know, they told me, say, I should come and be by you. And I told the people they can't tie me. You see how they put rope on my hand? He said, my man, I'm sorry. That means being food you eat. He left, he went for food. While going for food, he went and informed these people. At that time, it was after 1 hour in the morning, midnight. When they got there, Joe Toa was the first man. He asked me, along with one other guy, the late Powell, they asked me. The Powell asked me for, he said, Zico, are you with your clear man? I said, family, once my mother said I should submit myself, I should come to you people, I don't get no problem with you. So the thing that brings me problem now is your friend then embarrassing me. The soldier that were with me from my boss man, they now execute almost full. So that my one here. Then they say, but some Prince Johnson soldier here, they are in a container there. I will not let for you to go there. I said, okay, Paul, when you do that, I knows you. We know each other. But I myself too, I will help you. He said, okay. Don't walk. Joe Twain took me while walking to get in Bobley to the parking where the country then standing, there where the Babi Solo were parking there with 10 over 8. They asked me, they say, you see your men there inside there? I saw all those boys then, that were Prince Johnson boys. Then they asked me to go to them. I said to walk inside. To go, they said, no, take off the clothes. I took off my clothes, everything. I wore in the container. I was there until they were cooking over all. Just imagine, by February, the same month, they start cooking over the iron. The heat start killing some of the boys then that were with me inside there. Until Charles Taylor arrived the third day. Walking around, he went and met her in the, we heard the continuance, you know, we start shaking the continuance. He said, but what's in the continuance? They said that Prince Johnson soldier then. He said, you're putting her out. To put her out now, most of the boys are there. I was helpless in this. I couldn't picture nothing on earth. They took us to the creek. We lay down there for a couple of times. From there, they took us back in town. They gave us food. They showed us place to sleep. After 2 days, Charles Taylor coming. At that time, Michael Pega was the DO in the whole Bobley town. Michael Pega was the DO in the whole Bobley town. So he called me. He said, Zeke, do you love your people? I say yes. You like yourself? He say yes. He said, you knows me? I say yes. He said, from where? I said, from GSA. He said, okay. Now that because of your the Nima people, I came to rescue you people. The Dole government, the execution that he are carrying on in Nima, that what I came to rescue you people. But from today upward, nothing will happen to you. You should be with me when you are willing man. I said, okay, oh man, no problem. But today, I want for you to go along with the troops that are going to go attack Secretary. The special forces then when they meet, they came back, they briefing again, they said, hey God, we don't want for him to go with all. When he go, he will escape to go to a bossman. So they stopped me. I don't go. The next day, he called me again. He said, Zig, I want for you and Marco Pega to be working, to be the deputy DO to Marco Pega. I said, oh Father, anything you do, I'm agree. So the call for formation went on the field. They said from today upward, ZigZag Marzah, he's a deputy to Marco Pega. They unze bobly my life in their hand. I said, okay, I agree. So after I served him for about 2 weeks, they said forces coming from Grand Jide to enter in Nima. So myself went to him. I said, oh Chief, they see forces from that place, that the forces then that can disturb the country. I want to go there. He said, no, see, what you do, I get assignment for you. At that time, the special forces then is sent to capture Secretary. Some are escaped and come back. They said that the forces are coming, they couldn't make it. So in the night, I instead of coming one-to-one. At that time, all the Gambia forces then, their horse, they were living right by his horse. All the Gambia forces, the Datamanan, Momon Jiba, the late Jesus, you know, many, Mohammed, everybody, they were there. So, they say, tonight, it's time for me to tell you what in my mind. I salute him. He said, I want for you to go with the late African man, commonly known Godfather, including Solomon Sewa, John Grube, one other special forces from Gray, one worker. You see, I want for you to go with them to put Tapeta under control. But the way you're moving, I don't want for you to take assignment in 1st Battalion, but I want for you to be in 2nd Battalion. So your target from here is to go and hit Gray, from Gray to Tapeta. Then you put out defense, I will use Tapeta as my executive marshal. I say, okay, Chief, but saying if so, the special forces now, they are the most senior people. Give them the instruction. Suppose we be going, they harm me again. That's the time you call all the people. He said, beside enemy, any bullet affect the guard from behind him to show his cloth, to say that they could that on me, the bullet from behind me touch it. When I see the mark, all the special forces going along with him, there will be a problem with me. From there, I was satisfied. We start living that night. While going, when we reached to Bedegre, we heard that Prince Johnson was to Kogo village in Bree Valley. Then they stay there, they call to Charles Taylor. They say, oh, Prince Johnson now go here. So, they guy, when we go, we don't want for him to escape from or to go to Prince. You know, I heard them talking with him clearly from there. He said, that boy, he can't go nowhere. I trust that boy, the way he talk, I believe in him. You'll go. So when we reach to Bapley, to Johnny Bird Town, people cook there for all. We ate. From there, you know, I start hearing launching sound from way blood DLR. I said, but it's true, the forces coming. There's no need for us to waste time here. So you ought to go and engage grade. Then we get on the main road. Godfather came. He said, oh, it's true. So you ought to go. We get on the road. We start going. There was just few soldiers were there. They couldn't extend the tension. They left. We start our journey. We went, few guys who were in Tapeta. We hit and captured Tapeta. I took the road from Tapeta to Broad DLR. At that time, some Israelis were in Grand Jide. Took the road to Broad DLR. From there, the special forces then called. They said, Bodega, we been with do before. Chief, you don't think when we go in, that guy will leave from all and go to do Soya? You say, what? ZigZag can't do it. From there, Solomon said, well, say, you start embarrassing the guy. The guy, he don't get nothing in mind. So we shouldn't play with one another life. One day God battles in a day, I don't think he will look at himself to go and join the crown people again. The same crown people went and killed his sister in Lutheran church, killed some of his brother, sent people in Yikepa and chopped his brother's hair on the street, that the people he will go to, you leave me alone with your full message. At that time, Tata Mary was a battalion commander who was leading the troop. Tata Mary, special forces. So when I put a defense between Blood Diala and Fanle, the town that near the bridge, the battalion commander called me back in Tapeta. They said, you are gone far, so we post some men over there. We want for you to come, for you and Solomon Sewaden to pass through Flamingo to get to number 3 compound and pass through land to go Buchanan. You know, that day my ear was giving me problems small. I told them, say if so, but then you'll give me 2 days. Let me treat myself. I will take that route. So we were there for the 2 days. Charles Taylor called. They say the place is under control. He asked about me. They say the guy, he doesn't have no problem. But we get more manpower going to Grand Jide way, so we want for him to pass through Flamingo to go Grand Basso. They say, okay, if you know, you'll get someone competent to control that main road, but then he can take that lane. But you'll wait for me. I'm sending something for him by Amon Johnson, Amon Clee Johnson. He was black Negro, or with all, but he 1 hour having problem. From there, Amon Johnson came. He came with little money, came with cigarette, you know, some good thing. He brought it to me. Say from today, when you make sure you get in Grand Bassa, you will be my friend. We are brothers from today. I don't want for nothing to convince you to follow Prince. Yeah. And one good thing I love about you, you always obey your commander order. Because at the time we were with Prince, there was no looting, no raping. So you can sleep in the town. When you go and fight in the community, you will not sleep there. He will locate some area in the bush, you go and base there. So when Armand Johnson came, we interact all of those things, daybreak, I start going Flamingo company. When I got there, few guys were there, but they detained my time for over 3 hours, sharing over Flamingo. Finally, they left. We take over certain area called B and Lorry. Taking the road, few of those guys that were in the bush, they came. Some were captured lightly and John off. Through sharing the bullets, some were executed. We went from there to number 3 compound. You know, I started experiencing little obstacle, but it was not too serious. We went as far, we entered to number 3 compound. We spent over 1 week. I sent my younger brother, Zawi, from Glory. He was bringing a taxi with salt and mampo, so salt and mampo, because at that time there was no salt, no mampo. So I sent Zawi with the taxi. I said, carry the salt and mampo, let Tata Mary take so. From there, he carried some straight to my home. He said, okay, chief. He started going. At that time, no rain. At that time, no rain. When you are seeing battle, they call you CO. So, once I waited that we were coming, he bracketed with Pove. Pove executed him. Some people came from there, they said, oh, Jesus, Pove executed Zawi. Oh, I was annoyed small. Yeah. I was annoyed. I said nobody shouldn't fight again. And I'm ready for those who now fighting that executing people at the rear. We were there for complete 5 days, no fighting. And all the special forces too, they now retreat. They come all the way to Flamingo area there. We were there until Charles Taylor went to Tapeta. When he got in Tapeta, they sent for me. When they sent for me, he says, ZigZag, one thing I will tell you is, I'm sorry. I don't want for you to be discouraged. Pove, what they're doing, they don't know. But leave Pove problem with me, they'll continue the fight. You know, he gave me little package. I said, okay, oh man, the way I'm going, maybe by tomorrow you will hear me to laugh. He said, okay. He shook my hand, he hugged me and all. I left from there, I went back to number 3 compound. When I went, I put the boys in together. We start moving.